Before a pilot even touches the trigger, the enemy is already exposed. In total darkness, through clouds, dust, and camouflage, Israeli fighter jets can see targets breathing on the ground. No radar warning, no escape. This is not science fiction. This is the AAQ-28 Lightning targeting pod, and it gives pilots sky-level vision. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Imagine flying at supersonic speed while identifying a single vehicle hidden under trees, miles away, at night. This is where modern air warfare crosses into a new dimension. Israel's AAQ-28 Lightning targeting pod doesn't just help pilots see, it allows them to understand the battlefield in real time. With this system, a fighter jet is no longer just an aircraft, it becomes a flying intelligence platform. Every heat signature, every movement, every suspicious object is instantly detected, analyzed, and tracked. What makes this shocking is how early this technology entered combat. While many air forces were still relying on radar and visual identification, Israeli pilots were already striking targets they could not physically see with their own eyes. The Lightning pod turns darkness into daylight and chaos into clarity. In modern warfare, the side that sees first usually wins, and Israel designed a system that ensures its pilots almost always see first. This episode will break down how this pod works, why it terrifies enemies, and how it changed air combat forever. The AAQ-28 Lightning targeting pod is mounted beneath fighter jets like the F-16, F-15, and even advanced variants of the F-35 in adapted roles. At first glance, it looks like a simple external pod, but inside is a powerful fusion of sensors. High-resolution infrared cameras detect heat differences so small they can identify engines that were shut down minutes earlier. Electro-optical sensors provide crystal-clear imagery during daylight missions. A laser designator allows pilots to guide precision-guided bombs directly onto moving targets. What separates Lightning from older systems is sensor fusion. Instead of overwhelming the pilot with raw data, the pod converts information into a clean, understandable picture displayed directly inside the cockpit. This means faster decisions, fewer mistakes, and lethal accuracy. Israeli engineers designed Lightning with real combat in mind, not test-range perfection. It was built to function in dust, humidity, electronic interference, and high-threat environments. The result is a system trusted not just by Israel, but by many air forces worldwide. Lightning is not an accessory, it is the eyes of the aircraft. One of the most powerful features of the Lightning pod is its night fighting capability. Human vision fails completely in darkness, but modern wars do not pause at sunset. With advanced infrared imaging, the pod transforms heat into detailed visual data. Vehicles, personnel, and even recently disturbed ground stand out clearly. This means hiding at night offers no protection. Enemy forces that believe darkness provides cover are often detected long before they realize they are being watched. Israeli pilots can identify, track, and confirm targets without ever descending into dangerous slow altitudes. This drastically reduces risk to the aircraft and pilot. More importantly, it allows precision strikes with minimal collateral damage. The pod enables pilots to abort missions instantly if civilians enter the target area. This level of control is what separates modern air power from brute force bombing. Lightning doesn't just help pilots destroy, it helps them decide when not to. In today's battlefield, information dominance is just as important as firepower, and this pod delivers both. Another terrifying capability is long-range target tracking. The Lightning pod can lock onto a moving vehicle from many kilometers away and follow it seamlessly, even if it temporarily disappears behind terrain or buildings. This means once a target is identified, escape becomes extremely difficult. The system continuously updates targeting data, allowing precision weapons to adjust mid-flight. For enemy commanders, this creates constant pressure. Movement increases risk. Stopping increases risk. Every decision is watched. Israeli doctrine emphasizes rapid detection and decisive action, and Lightning fits perfectly into this philosophy. Combined with real-time intelligence from drones and ground units, the pod becomes part of a larger kill chain. The jet is no longer acting alone, it is a node in a network. This networked warfare approach is one reason Israel maintains air superiority in extremely complex environments. Precision is where the AAQ-28 truly shines. Laser-guided munitions depend entirely on accurate designation, and lightning delivers pinpoint accuracy. The laser can stay locked on a target even during aggressive maneuvers, ensuring weapons strike exactly where intended. This allows pilots to neutralize threats near sensitive locations without widespread destruction. In urban warfare, this capability is critical. The pod's clarity also allows pilots to confirm targets visually, reducing the risk of misidentification. Every strike becomes deliberate, calculated, and controlled. This is modern air combat at its most disciplined. Lightning also acts as a reconnaissance tool. Pilots can record high-resolution footage during missions, which is later analyzed by intelligence units. This footage helps map enemy positions, study movement patterns, and plan future operations. In some cases, the pod provides immediate intelligence updates during ongoing missions. This real-time feedback loop compresses the decision-making cycle. What once took hours now takes minutes. Speed matters in warfare, and Lightning delivers it. Compared to older targeting pods, Lightning offers superior clarity, stability, and processing speed. Earlier systems struggled with image shake, slow refresh rates, and limited identification range. Israeli upgrades continuously refine the pod based on combat experience. This constant evolution ensures it stays ahead of emerging threats. It is not static technology, it adapts with the battlefield. International adoption proves its effectiveness. Multiple NATO and allied air forces use Lightning, trusting Israeli combat-tested engineering. This global use reinforces Israel's reputation as a leader in battlefield innovation. When pilots trust their equipment completely, their effectiveness multiplies. The psychological impact cannot be ignored. Knowing that aircraft can see through darkness, camouflage, and terrain changes enemy behavior. Fear alters decisions. Mistakes increase. This invisible pressure is one of the most powerful weapons in modern warfare. Lightning doesn't just destroy targets, it dominates minds. The AAQ-28 Lightning targeting pod represents the future of air combat. Vision, precision, and control. It proves that information is the ultimate weapon. As warfare becomes faster and more complex, systems like this will decide outcomes long before missiles are launched. Israel understood this early and built eyes that never blink. If you want more deep military breakdowns like this, subscribe to WarVex Intelligence, like the video, and share it with fellow defense enthusiasts. Stay informed, stay ahead.